Prior to working for the rail regulator, I worked in rail construction projects in a safety management role.
I worked in the Wireless Steelworks. I started an admin-based role, transitioned into safety, did a bit of finance, a bit of HR. I was a little bit of a jack of all trades.
I was in aviation for 6 years and felt like I needed a bit of a change.
I worked for Queensland Rail and Horizon over 16 and a half years, so I was a group safety advisor for well over 10 years and then moved into enterprise risk the last 5 years before I joined ONSA.
Before ONSA, I was working for Transport New South Wales as an engagement manager for regulators.
I've done a number of roles, so I've done about 15 years in rail. So I come from rail construction and plant sort of background.
I was working for a local government in a work health safety sort of position, but my career leading up to that was mostly in the rail sector.
Before ONSA, I was in my second year at Curtin University studying health, safety and the environment.
So I was going through SEEK and I wanted to get into a more of a safety-based role where I could focus on safety, and I came across the trainee program for ONSA. Had a bit of a look through and I thought those matched my skills and my attributes, and I thought, you know, I could do this.
It was actually a colleague where I was working in Horizon mentioned that I should meet up with someone because I was looking at other opportunities. I made the decision to apply, and here I am today.
So I decided to move back to South Australia, and a work colleague actually told me about the traineeship that was going with ONSA at the time. So I decided to put my hat in the ring and applied for it, and yeah, got the job, and yeah, it's been good ever since.
I found out about the traineeship at ONSA just by searching on seek.com.
I was working in the rail industry, and the rail safety officer job was advertised, and I felt it was a good fit with my skills in the safety management field.
For the traineeship, for about the first 6 months, we travelled around Australia to different states looking at different railway, all different operations from tourism and heritage to passenger to freight networks, and basically got an idea of what a rail safety officer does day to day, which is inspections and audits.
So the traineeship program ran for 12 months. It's an intensive program where we do a lot of practical training, a lot of travel to understand all of the rail operators around the country, what their needs and how they interact with ONSA and how we interact with them.
With the traineeship, we did a lot of travel around the country initially, just to get a better understanding of the rail industry by interacting with a lot of different rail transport operators. We also interacted with a lot of ONSA employees around the separate offices around Australia, just to get a better understanding of what we'll be doing as a rail safety officer down the track.
The role that RSOs play in rail safety is crucial. We work with all levels of industry, from the largest of operators down to the smallest of heritage operators, and everyone in between.
It's about ensuring safety on the rail network and ensuring that operators are operating to their safety management systems and that they comply with the law.
As a rail safety officer, we're the ones out there, we're the ones educating, we're the ones looking at all this stuff, we're the ones on the ground. So we're the ones that are interacting with the operators more. So you have to really commit to this role. It's like one of those roles that you really commit to and you really have to embrace it.
I think it's just the variety of work, getting the people I work with, meeting new people all the time, seeing different systems, seeing different trains. So I do really enjoy my job and the variety.
There are two things I love about working at ONSA. One are the amazing people that I get to work with every day in and day out, and the other is the amount of travel that I get to do to work with my interstate counterparts.
ONSA's a great culture, great work colleagues to work with. We all know what our role is, but we can also afford to have a bit of a laugh as well along the way, so it makes it worth going to work every day.
ONSA's a great place to work. We have a strong culture, managers are very approachable, we have a strong HR team, and very importantly we have a strong social club.
One of my work colleagues ONSA is one of those, I think it's one of those unique workplaces, you know, I love my job. It's one of those things that you go to work every day and the people have the same attitude, the people have the same, you know, the same goals, I think, and you know, this is one of those jobs where you really feel like you can make a difference.
At the Office of the National Rail Safety Regulator, we work every day for the safety of people, the people using our rail networks and the people who build and operate them. So if a career in safety in one of Australia's fastest growing transport sectors sounds like the place for you, then we'd love to have you.